I just got back from one of the largest card shows in Canada, and I'm here to tell you guys about that experience. For starters, it was really fun. Of course, prices are pretty crazy right now with everything going on in the Pokemon TCG and just everything in general. So I didn't get that much stuff, but what I did pick up, I really enjoy and appreciate. So I'm gonna show you how it went. We're gonna vlog a little bit together, and then I will give you a little tour of what I got for the binder. Yeah, if you've never been to a card show before, the last couple of years that I have been going, like since scalping kind of took off, I would say that it's definitely been more busy, especially in the Pokemon section, because this card show, how they do it is Pokemon vendors all over the card show, but it is technically a sports card show. It's called the Sport Card Expo, and it tours all around Canada. There's like Montreal, Vancouver, probably in Vancouver. That's like I actually visited Vancouver. I'm getting so off topic, but I actually recently went to Vancouver. If you live there, it's a lovely place. But yeah, so it travels around Canada, this card show. How they do it where I live, at least, is they have a Pokemon designated corner, usually with a lot of games for kids and stuff, which it was actually kind of sad this year because the one year that they had it, they were giving away like full packs, like for like a scavenger hunt. It was like a Scarlet and Violet base pack, and this year all they had was trick or trade packs, and I just think that's so sad because like they can't even get packs for their game at like a regular price. They have a designated Pokemon corner with a couple of games set up, but there is Pokemon all over the place. It's not just in that designated corner. In that corner, it is just like mostly Pokemon. There's a couple of people who do both, like Pokemon and sports cards, but it is mostly Pokemon over there. And it was so crowded this year. I have a lot of complaining to do this time because I felt like people just got in my way a lot, and I get frustrated really easily by people standing and just like conveyor belt it. Like, I understand like you're making a deal, yeah, whatever, that's chill, but there's so many people that stand somewhere and they just are like lost, and it's like, why are you lost? If you're lost, keep walking. That's my motto when I'm at places and I'm like, I don't know where to go next. I just keep walking forward until I find where I need to go. Yeah, so it was like really hard to navigate the Pokemon section, and it got really hot over there, and it was just like really smelly too. And when I say smelly, it's so funny because I feel like this stereotype of like Pokemon collectors is like they smell like they don't use deodorant, and it was actually the opposite problem, is that so many people were wearing like cologne that was like so strong. I was like, I cannot breathe. I have asthma too, so it's kind of like I feel like that's partially it. But also, if you are going to this card show, they don't have seating, like, because I always eat lunch there because I like to wake up in the morning and go, and then I eat lunch there. The amount of people just sitting there on their phones, not eating anything. Like, I understand people need a break, and but like this is not the place to do it because there's like maximum 20 seats here. Why are you in the eating zone? So I sat with this random strange lady playing Pokemon Go on her phone, and she was very nice. So thank you. Kind of, but also I feel like you shouldn't have been doing that to begin with. But also, I will say, in conjunction to this, the previous years they did have a rip lounge where you could sit and you could open packs and you could chill out and you could just have a good time. They didn't have that this last couple times, and I think they really need that because the eating area really gets overcrowded. It's inconvenient for everyone because, like, yeah, you do get tired, you do want to sit down at some point. There was also a lot of people that were with people who were only interested in cards, and they themselves weren't interested in cards, so they just sat down the whole time. And it's like, I feel like you should just be in your car then. Like, and also I have something to say about the parking. So there was a car show, not a card show, a car show. And then we saw all these cool cars pulling up at the end. So they reserved all this parking for all these cars. And I'm like, why did you host this at the same time? Because there was like nowhere to park. Nowhere. And there was like, nobody cared either. There was a lot of like people that were like directing people. And then you would be like, I can't find a spot. And they would be like, what do you want me to do about it? I'm like, I don't know, maybe your job. I don't know, maybe the job that you get paid to do, which is tell people where to park. Those are my complaints. And some things to be aware of if you are going to this card show is that maybe get there early. I ain't doing that though because it opens at 10 and I wake up at 10. Yeah, everything was so crazy, and you will see how crazy it was in the video, all the prices. And then there was things that I was like shockingly surprised that I was like, oh, That's actually really cheap. For example, the Terrestrial Festival slabs. I was like looking at like I think it was PSA 9. Don't think it was PSA 10. It might have been PSA 10 though. Sylveon SIR from Terrestrial Festival was like 180 Canadian, and I was like, yo, that's actually like doable. I still don't like, I didn't buy it, but I thought about it. I was like, maybe, but then I was like, do I need that? No, I don't. So I was intrigued to see that because I just feel like it was more expensive a little while ago. It might not have been. I don't really keep tabs on prices, but I think if you're interested, you can go on price charting, and there should be like a little chart over time of like how prices go up and down. I actually might check that out after I finish recording this video. One thing though, I'm always so curious. My mom and I were talking about it the entire time. Every time we would walk by like a really expensive table, we would look at each other and we'd be like, I wish I could ask them at the end of the show how much money they made. Because tell me who's walking around with $20,000 cash in their wallet, in their bank account. Because they were like, we accept e-transfer. And that was the thing, is like, I walked by so many tables that had like $11,000 Charizard, $20,000 Pikachu. And it's like, I watch a lot of Pawn Stars because I'm a nerd and I like watching old stuff be sold for weird prices. And a lot of people will come in and they will be like, this is my painting by this super obscure artist from France, made in 1822, and I googled it and it's worth $50 million. And the guy who runs the shop, he's like, it is worth that, but nobody knows who this man is, and therefore it is worth nothing because it's only worth what somebody will pay for it. And that's the thing, right? You might find that person, you might not, but I think it's so funny whenever I see people that are like, here's my $200,000 collection, and it's like, yeah, it's worth $200,000, but good luck selling that. Story time. I'm speaking to this vendor and I'm like, hey, do you have the Rainbow VMAX Pikachu? Because I'm like considering maybe buying it because he's around $150 on price charting right now, and I was like, I really don't want to pay that, but I might, like, I don't know, I just need to see him, and like maybe I will. So I'm talking to this guy, I'm like, hey, do you got the Rainbow Pikachu VMAX from Vivid Voltage? And he's like, do you want graded or slab? And I'm like, do I not know what a slab is? Because I'm pretty sure a slab is graded. And then like I said, I'm the kind of person that when stuff like this happens, I'm like, am I wrong? And I don't think I'm wrong. I just don't think that guy knew what he was talking about. So, I find that Pokemon sellers, like, they really have people that are like tables full of just like $500 slabs. Like, every single table, and it's like, where's your heart? Where's your soul? Because half these people just got them graded so that they would sell for more, you know? And I'm like, I just want to collect stuff and I just want to put it in a binder. I don't want it in this case. I want to be able to take it out and look at it, feel it a little bit, touch it a little bit. You know, why are you putting him in a cage? Free him. Free him. I don't know, I think that's partially why I found it so hard to shop this time, is because everything was so expensive, and also I had no use for all these slab cards. And I also think it was really hard to shop because all of the sealed product was like over $500. Okay, not over 500, but I would say over 350 Canadian. That's crazy. That's crazy. And I don't know who's buying it at that price. That's all I have to say. But yeah, like I was seeing like cases of like, and oh, this is so crazy because like maybe like a year ago, maybe, I actually don't know how long ago it would have been now, but I saw a case of Paldean Fates booster bundles for like $500, and I was like, oh, maybe I should get that. And I was like, no, $500 is so expensive. Tell me why it's like $3,000 now. That's insane. That's a bit crazy. Oh, I watched a family. Oh, this was funny. I watched a family with like this little kid, and this was like a little kid, like, I think. I actually can't remember. Sorry. Unreliable narrator. I'm pretty sure, and I also can never tell people's ages either. So that's a problem, but I would say like 7 or 8 this kid was. So like old enough to know his stuff, but also I think not old enough to have concept of money. So he's with his family and he tells his mom he wants this, like, I would say like Sun and Moon era pack and like 2 Scarlet and Violet era packs. So the mom is like, how much for this and this and this? And the guy starts with the Scarlet and Violet era. He's like, yeah, $14 each, and then like $500. I don't know what the price was. I want to say it was like 90. And the mom is like, well, why is that one so expensive? And then he had to explain like how Pokemon works. I don't know, I just thought it was funny. It was funny to witness. They had a scavenger hunt going on at the card show. You were looking for puzzle pieces, and by the time I got there, I feel like, I don't know if they had already been found or if you were supposed to find the ones to go with the rest of them, so I don't know. But I didn't find any. I could win, I think, a Mega Evolution ETB. I don't know if it was Pokemon Center or not, though. I can't remember. So, sorry. But I didn't find anything, and I didn't win nothing. So, it doesn't really matter at the end of the day. So, in terms of sealed product, I will say there was quite a bit, which is interesting because I do feel like people are charging more because they're like, oh, stuff is rare scalping. But also, it's like, it ain't rare. You got like 20 white flare booster bundles. I go over the table over there. They've got 50. Like, if you're at a card show and you all have the same stuff, you gotta price competitively, I feel like, and people really weren't doing that. The card show was really, really fun though. If you live in the area of any of these sport card expos, like I said, they do travel Montreal, Vancouver, Toronto. I just found out I say Toronto wrong also, by the way. I say Toronto. I didn't realize everyone was saying Toronto. Toronto. That's what I say, okay? But if you live in any of those areas, I highly recommend going. It's really, really awesome show. Sports cards, Pokemon cards, Yu-Gi-Oh, Magic, literally everything is there. And also some really strange stuff. Vinyls, dolls. I will show you what I did get right now. Before I show you what I got, I do want to say a little something. And that is like 2 years ago, maybe? I don't even know. This card that I got, I bought it for $40. And I think I saw it for like $120 this time. That's insane. Okay, I'm gonna show you what I got right now. This is my Pikachu binder. I don't know if I've ever showed you guys this, but this is like my baby of collecting. These are my favorite cards. So showing this is like, I'm proud. Okay, so everybody better tell me how much they love it in the comments. So, hold on, I'll take them out and show you. But first, here is my first page. Yeah, so we got some Pikas in there. The newest addition to this family is this little guy. Oh my gosh, I love this card so much. I knew when it came out I had to get it. And this is the McDonald's Pikachu promo from Japan. And he is eating a burger. Y'all, I had to get this one. Don't tell me I didn't have to get that, because I did. I did have to get that. And then I'll show you the next page of my binder. I don't think there's anything new on it, but this is the next 2 pages of it. We got my mom always makes fun of me because I got like 5 of the same cards over here, but they're all different, I promise. This is from Paldean Fates. This is the Costco promo. This is from Shiny, the Japanese version. I don't remember what the Japanese version of Paldean Fates is called, but that's from that. This is a McDonald's promo, and this is the Halloween version. So they're all different technically. And then these are all just like random Pikachu. And so I think they're not on this page, but I will show this page because this is where all my cool cards are. Okay, so here we've got the Celebrations Pikachu 151, Gold from Surging Sparks. This is the Spring Chess promo, Paldean Fates ETB promo, Lost Origin, Crown Zenith, Celebrations. And then we have the Chinese Gem Pack Pikachu. This is a promo. This is a promo. I think this is also a promo. Yeah, it's a promo. And this is also a promo from the holiday calendar. I don't know what this is, but I thought it was cool. I don't know what that is. Okay, and then the rest of the new cards are on this page. I got 3 other cards. This is from the Chinese Gem Pack. This one's new. I think this is from Neo Revu. It might not be from Neo Revu. I don't know. I don't know the vintage symbols, but it might be Neo Revelation. No, I don't think it is. I think it's Neo something. I actually have no idea. And I got this one. He's really cute. And then I got this Reverse Hollow, and this is from Silver Tempest. No, it's not anywhere near Silver Tempest. This is not Silver. So wrong. The one over here is from Silver Tempest, I think. That one's from Silver Tempest, I believe. See, that's everything I got. Obviously, my favorite is my son eating a burger. Like, that's beautiful. That's so amazing. I love the concept of that. Like, somebody in the boardroom said, next Pikachu promo, he's gonna be eating a burger, and I love that for him. I think it's great. So yeah, that's my favorite promo. I'm really glad I got to show you guys the progress I'm making on it. I think it's pretty cool. Let me know what you guys think of it. You're not allowed to say anything bad about it though. I will cry. So tell me how much you love it in the comments. Don't actually tell me what you think. Just tell me how much you love it. I don't care if you're lying, okay? So that was the Sport Card Expo. If you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to actually go and like the video. And Don't forget to subscribe. I will see you in the next video. Goodbye for now.